Hey guys, I haven't posted a video for at least 3, maximum 5 months, somewhere in between that time period or time frame. Um, but today's video is all about The Stranger by Albert Camus. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about or think I'm just rambling on, I'm not rambling on, I promise. Um, The Stranger by Albert Camus is a real book. Um, Albert Camus, I don't think I'm saying his last name right. I think it's Camus, but I'm always mispronouncing his last name. Basically, he's a French Norwegian writer. My teacher assigned this book to read all semester, and finally our finals are here. And so, for those of you who have not read it, I can give you some background information on the book itself. Um, so Meursault, the narrator, is a young man living in Algiers. After receiving a telegram informing him of his mother's death, he takes a bus to Marengo, where his mother had been living in an old person's home. He sleeps for most of the entire trip. When he arrives, he speaks to the director of the home. The director allows Meursault to see his mother, but Meursault finds that her body had already been sealed in the coffin. He declines the caretaker's offer to open the coffin. So basically, he just doesn't care. He really doesn't want to see his mom's dead body. So that night, Meursault keeps vigil. I think it's vigil. Over his mother's body, much to his displeasure. The talkative caretaker stays with him the whole time. Meursault smokes a cigarette, drinks coffee, and dozes off. Next morning, before the funeral, he meets with the director again. The director informs him that Thomas Perez, an old man who had been very close to Meursault's mother, will be attending the funeral service. The funeral procession heads from the small local village, but Perez has difficulty keeping up and eventually faints from the heat. Meursault reports that he remembers a little of the funeral. That night, he happily arrives back in Algiers. The next day, Meursault goes to the public beach for a swim. There he runs into Marie Cardona, his former co-worker. The two make a date to see a comedy at the movie theater that evening. After the movie, they spent the night together. When Meursault wakes up, Marie is gone. He stays in bed until noon and then sits on his balcony until evening, watching the people pass on the streets. So basically, I'm just giving you a whole rundown of what happens through the book. I don't want to really ruin it for any of you, so I'm just going to stop there, because it basically will get to the point that I'm about to get to here in a few minutes, which is the symbols. This book is in 2 different parts, and there's 4 different type of things that are going on in the book. Sorry, I lost what I'm trying to do. So through the book, he basically tries to prove anyways, that it's the world's fault for everything that's going on with him. He finds that human life is basically meaningless. He really doesn't care about anything besides himself. He was even at a beach one day and he just shot an Arabic man because he was making him mad, and the sun was being down on his back, and so it was making him really, really hot, and so he just shot the guy for no reason. So that is getting to my point for the symbols. 2 symbols in the entire book was it was the courtroom and the crucifix. I chose the courtroom and the crucifix for the symbols because I just lost my train of thought. Because that's the only 2 symbols in the whole book. So the courtroom basically represents well, I'll explain it to you when the pictures come up. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have Judge Judy as our judge. I have a prosecutor holding the picture of a gun, and I have jury members. You guys all might be wondering on why I chose these three people as, or these three images, I should say, as references. Well, because each of them have an effect on society today. In the book The Stranger, the court symbolizes society as a whole. Also, the law functions as the will of the people, and the jury sits in judgment on behalf of the community. In The Stranger, Camus strengthens his court as society symbolism by having nearly every one of the minor characters from the first half of the novel reappear as a witness in the courtroom. Also, the court's attempts to construct a logical explanation for Meursault's crime symbolizes humanity's attempts to find rational explanations for the irrational events of the universe. These attempts, which Camus believed futile, exemplify the absurdity Camus outlined in philosophy. For those of you who don't know what Meursault did to end up in his predicament that he is, which is being in courts and all that, what he did was he committed murder. The reason why I chose the picture of the prosecutor with the gun was because that's exactly what Meursault did. He was standing at the beach, and this Arabic guy was just laying out, trying to get a tan. No big deal. He just wanted a tan, and I guess the Arabic guy might have made Meursault mad, and it didn't help with the sun being really hot that day, and Meursault started sweating, and it just got to him so bad that he just pulled the trigger on the guy. And that's why he also tries to blame the world for what he did himself. He tries to blame the physical world as the reason why he killed this guy. So he's trying to blame the sun and all that fun stuff. Which is all kind of making him seem crazy. Like, why would you try to blame the sun for something that the sun didn't do? I mean, the sun was just chilling there. It wasn't doing anything wrong. It wasn't messing around with you at all. So that is why I chose the courtroom as one of my symbols. Another thing I chose as my symbol was the crucifix, and you will see that in these pictures I'm about to show you. Okay, so the reason why I chose crucifix as the second symbol is because the crucifix that the examining magistrate, I believe is how you say it, waves at Meursault symbolizes Christianity, which stands in opposition at Camus' absurd worldview, whereas Absurdism is based on the idea that human life is irrational and purposeless. Christianity conceives of a rational order for the universe based on God's creation and the direction of the world, and its invests, I don't know why I almost said investments, human life with higher metaphysical meaning. Also, the crucifix symbolizes rational belief structures in general. The chaplain's insistence that Meursault turn to God does not necessarily represent a desire that Meursault accepts specifically Christian beliefs so much as a desire that he embraces the principle of a meaningful universe in general. When Meursault defies the magistrate by rejecting Christianity, he implicitly rejects all systems that seek to define a rational order within human existence. this defiance causes Mirasol to be branded a threat to social order. Okay, so now since you guys know why I chose the symbols, I want you guys to go to the store or go online or go to iTunes or Amazon, whatever you want to do, and order this book because it's a really good inside look on how society is today, especially with the symbols that are in it. You guys might be wondering why I chose a crucifix as a symbol. Well, it's because of the Christianity that's in the book. Because they want him to go and look into God and go to God for the problems that is causing his upsetness, and he just hates it. He just feels like he doesn't belong here, like he shouldn't be here, and that the world is meaningless and that there's no purpose of human life. So basically he's creating a road that's not going to be good for him at the end. When you get branded as a threat to social order, that basically just makes you a sociopath or just gives you some mental term. And people look at you so much different. They look at you like you're crazy. So those are the symbols I chose. Those are what I saw in the book. Trying to think. Oh, and I'm sorry for the crucifix part. I'm sorry that all I could find was the crucifix of Jesus. I'm sorry. I guess when you search the crucifix on Google Images, they literally mean you're talking about Jesus' crucifix. I didn't want a picture of Jesus for all four of these pictures. But that's what I got. So that is basically it. I am sorry that this video was so long, guys, but I really hope you enjoy it, and I really hope you might have gotten something out of it. I mean, I know it's only a book, and I know the book's fiction, and I know the guy who wrote it is an American, but he still has some really good life lessons in it. Don't look at life like it's useless. Don't look at it like it's meaningless. I mean, look at hey, it's my life. I can do something great with it. Or hey, it's my life. I could go out and I could help somebody. I don't always have to be a terrible person. And basically, Mirasol, I don't know if Mirasol ever really did learn that at the end of the book, because, like I said, it's, he's branded, and people are gonna look at him like he's crazy. I mean, I wouldn't want to be branded as a threat to social matter. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I like being friendly, and I like being around people, and I like people liking people, especially when they like me. I like people, and people like me because people are nice and not crazy. I mean, if I look at somebody and I'm like, they're practically crazy, how are they not gone to a mental institution or something? But, I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles, I guess. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys really got something out of it. That's it for now. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to have a new cover put up soon. And that cover would probably be a rap god, because I finally got it all down, guys. So wish me luck, and I hope to see you guys soon again. So that's it for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs down if you think I could have done a little bit better on the book. That is if you've read it. Subscribe. Everything that every YouTuber wants you to do. So that's it for now, and goodbye.